I know, it's clean. This is all a bit new, isn't it? Right, let's get on with some of this bad luck. So, I think you can see this. Can you see that? Not very well. You can almost see it. You need to look up. It's a patio heater. It's a bit battered. Wind's blown it over a couple of times. It's got a floppy hat on. There, you can see that. So what are we going to do with it? Well, it doesn't work. We got it as a freebie off Marketplace when Marketplace first started. The big Marketplace was launched. People are still just using it as a place to get rid of free stuff. Instead of selling just about everything you're not supposed to sell on, you can't get away with selling on free. So no, somebody got it in a village near us. It was up for nothing. Come and collect, get rid of it. So that we did. We got it working. It was just it's been blown over so many times. It's very, very battery. The top was battered to death. It's completely folded on. So I straightened it out. I fixed the pipe in there because it was fractured. Nice it didn't work well. Unfortunately, the same thing happened again. It got blown over about 4 or 5 times, and it's absolutely knackered. So my plan was originally just to cut the top off and rebuild this back down into some fresh screw holes, or maybe weld that on there, make it a bit more robust. But then we were away in November for a sportive, and the cafe we were at had these, but that whole section there was down there. So whatever that bit was, it comes about there, and they just have them next to the tables, which actually wasn't a bad idea. And they have a very, very small top hat on them instead of that great big thing. So I'm thinking if I do that, it's less likely to get blown over. So we're going to have a play with it. I'm going to see if it's possible to cut it down, or if not, can we fix it, and then we should probably send it on its way. Never work out on the night. So it's going to be a bit of a voyage in discovery for us anyway, working out why it doesn't work. But anyway, worst case scenario, we get it to bits. So the first thing we need to do is get its top hat off again. So watch me try that. Use the cheap and lethal step ladders. Screwdrivers. Can't remember what screws are up here. I could just flip it over and onto its side and do this, but I thought it would be much more interesting for you watching me swing around with this. Don't need that one. They're solid. No, they're not coming off. We might be leaning this on its side. Let's see if we get these out, because then we can take them all off in one go. This one's right now. Threaded screw, so it's obviously threaded on the other side. Stainless as well. Magnetized themselves. Yep, 4. theory this should come straight off. Then we can try and get its hat off. But actually we don't need to yet, to be honest. As far as this doesn't fall. See if we can get this up and the rack will go. So I have learned my lesson with this. An impact drive. I've got the impact driver, but if I put a Phillips in there, it will generally snap it off. So I've got these, and these are impacts. We'll find the right one. What I can do is I can put that, because that's a 1/2 inch drive, on the end of the 1/2 inch drive for that. That is how you get them off. God, better that. Right. What's up next? Ah, there's the igniter. Right, we should be able to see if it's working now. Nope. Oh! Right, it's give me a shock anyway. Right. I suspect that's broken. Yep, that's broken. So we do need another igniter for this, because the porcelain's all smashed on it. I suspect what's happening is the insulator's broken and it's shorting further down there. So I think we just need to get that out of the way. I'm not entirely sure how we get that off, like I said, there's some stones. Right. The best thing we can do is leave this over now. See what we are up to. Surprises me. little bit of WD assistance on that. If the step ladders of doom. Pretty rusted up. Unfortunately, I've got to get this off to get that out. I think it's a bit of a. Can't see any other way of doing it, to be honest. I'll show you how it works in a minute. It's a wonder it actually lights at all, given how far the pilot light is away from the thing. I suspect that's spun round as well. This one's undoing better than the other one. I'm saying it's not going to run into a brick wall in a minute till it's coming out. Comes. Alright, so we've just got 2 more screws to get out. I'm sure this is going to help me, to be honest. We need to go down deeper, because things, especially it comes out from the bottom and everything disassembles from the bottom now. Just 3 screws on this. Where's the last screw? Does it want to come undone? Right, that's good news, because that's kind of what I hoped it was going to be like. It was just going to be a tube down there, because that way we can cut that short now. Just covered before in there. I think he uses a bigger one than this though. There we go. We have separation. So actually, in theory, it should be fairly easy now to just mount this straight onto the top of the unit down there and just relocate that. But what I might do is see if I can get an electronic sparker. So I have seen that a lot of them now don't have these pizza ones. You press the spark, they have an electronic sparker. So that might be a better option. I think I need to unscrew that there. Can't believe that wasn't leaking. Which is the washer's completely rotted through. It did used to flame a lot, I do remember that. So I think we're going to have to replace that washer. Or this all just goes in the bin. So that's the sparker. There's a heating tube in. So that's for the pilot light, that tube. I don't know what it's filled with, but it transfers the heat down there and shuts on and off that thermostat. And then there's also a feed for the gas too. So one of those is a gas, and one of those is a relay that turns the gas valve on and off. So if you don't heat that little pin there, if you can see it, so that's the sparker, that's the thermostatic pin, and the idea is that the pilot light flames out across that, and when that gets hot enough, it heats up down there and opens up the valve, so it allows the gas to flow fully. I thought these unscrewed, no, it's unscrewed at the back. So it's really good for you, you're fighting with it doesn't want to know. I'll stop it from spinning round, but it's not having it. So we're going to get the really big and awkward spanner in there. Still not helping us a great deal. Somewhere there must be a junction. Because they can't have got this in there without the bead. Oh, good bugger. You can't see where it's shorting out. But yet, equally, I can't see how they got this in there without soldering it on there, unless this comes off the back of it. Oh, there you go. Wonder whether that screws on to that. Right, I think if we get a little spangler in there, possibly an 11 or a 12, 13. It's gas fittings, it should be a 13. Yeah. That's unusual. Actually, we did the right way around. Normally gas fittings are left-hand thread. Because usually to stop people using normal fittings and gas fittings. I guess all this stuff here is purpose built anyway, so. Right. So I'll try and get the piezo tube out now. So we'll try and get that one off next. 8mm. I think all we've got to do then is just get these off, which are the thermocouples. Where does that one go to? Who knows? We need a flat-bladed screwdriver. Oops, sorry. Try not to get mucky. I'm not supposed to be in here tonight. Might have been soldered. Long nose pliers. Shitty long nose pliers. But I don't use because every time I use them they bend and fall off. Huh. There we go. Should now be able to get this all out, it says. Right, so that's the gas feed for the pilot light. Which I'm not entirely sure how that works, it looks completely blocked up. And then these are the these are the bimetallic strips that go to the thermocouple that switches the gas feed on and on. So that looks like it's the gas feed, so I'm not entirely sure how that gas feeds through there, to be honest. I am at a loss. Oh no, sorry, that's the gas feed. This is, that's the thermo, yes. So the heat comes down here, and then goes into that, and that heats up something else, but I think there's a switch as well that stops the igniter from working, which I'm guessing is what possibly these two do. Or there's two forms of safety on this, by the looks of it. Well, that's there to stop things from crawling in the pilot jet air hole. So you can see the insulation's all bust off this, so that's no good. So I've not got much hope for this, to be honest, unless we just do away with the pilot altogether and just block off the feed on the tap for it, and we'd have to jury rig the thing permanently open. So what I need to do now is work out how I get all this lot off. Because this must have gone in there somehow. I've got a sneak suspicion that this might have screwed onto the top, but I can't see any evidence of how you would get it off. And equally, I can't see where you would unscrew it out. I did see there's a hole there, and there's a hat. If in doubt, there's always a sneaky hole. I suspect that this will remove the gas rose from the top. There we go. That comes out the top when you screw that. There we go. So that fires the gas up there, into there, sucks the air through round there, and then goes up to the combustion jets at the top up there. The problem we've got is, right, so that's the feed for the that's the feed for the pilot in there, and then we've got that, which is the thermocouple, which must do something to the back of this that stops that from... What are you moaning at? Right, you're recording, you've got battery. Oh, I know what it is. It's because we're recording more than 30 minutes, it's reset. So that must be the safety valve there that presses in and out depending on this. No, that goes in there, depending on that there. So that takes the heat from that point thing there down here and into there. It also takes this as well, and that goes to this thing here. So I think that stops the igniter from working. Well, that can't be right. So what does this do? Why has that got a metallic? Unless that's where the bimetallic strip is. Oh, actually, no, there might be. I don't know. I'm at a loss. Oh, I know what that is. I think that's the safety thing. So if it falls over, it cuts off the gas. But I can't see how it would do that because it's not. There's no electric cut off on it. Unless that's how these work. It shorts it out and causes that to then press that in and put it back on pilot light. Must be something like that, because that's why there's a cable there. So that goes on there. That other one goes on there. Wondering whether we can, whether we've got the ability to shove that up further to cover off the bit where it's broken, but I think this is pretty much knackered, to be honest. It's taken a good few hits. Yeah, because that should actually be up there like that. So I bet that was shorting. I can't even find the... where's the presser gone? It's here. Ouch. Yeah, shorting down there, you can see. It's jumping across down there because this is broken. So I think the sparker is no good. So the only thing that's salvageable is we've got the pilot light, and we'd have to leave all this in place. So it's still activated the pilot light, but we're going to have to manually light the pilot light, and then obviously hold this in until the pilot light's heated up that there. But I think the problem we got was that was letting the gas through the side, so when it was burning it was coming out the side and not out the front. So I think that's bent, which isn't helping. So we probably have to reseal that, probably with solder. So it looks like the pilot light might not be that much good. We can test all this, we can bench test it all, hook it up to the supply. It's just I now need to go and decide whether I go and investigate getting another sparker, or see if you can replace that unit, or whether we just bin it all off. It'd be nice to get it working again, but I'm not totally wedded to it. That sits in there, that's over there, and that goes on there. And then the idea is that glows red, but it's at about that height with its funny little lid on. Right, I need to go and have a think, see whether or not it's worth salvaging this, and to whether or not we can get another igniter for it. And if they're like a tenner, I'm probably not going to bother. If you can buy a little battery operated one that'll just replace this bit here, then I'll probably go with that, because I think everything else is fine. You know, these bimetallic wires seem to be okay. But like I said, we can bench test all this. I mean, that seems loose in there as well, which doesn't seem right, but oh, that was right. That was on when it was supposed to be. Right, I think we'll call that there. We may or may not be coming back to this, depending on what I find. I've got a sneaky suspicion this is going in the bin. Anyway, right. Well, we'll leave it at that because we've got way too many other things to do. And it can at least it's in a size where it can go to the tip now. We'll rescue the regulator off. But I will have a look. I'll give it a tertiary look to see if this is something we could do. Because like I said, it wouldn't be a massive amount to mount. See, that was the piece that was like that, and then that was there. So all I've got to do is basically put this in that hole or underneath and fasten it onto there. So that gets pinned onto there, and then that's fairly stable. And then what you've got then is effectively that, and that's your heater with your little cab over the top of it. It just throws the heat out that way, and we go with that, and then just respray it up, make it look nice. Because to be honest, I've been using it without the igniter anyway. So, but I think we need to do something to tidy these wires up, and it might be we just have to get rid of that bit. That's going to have to go somewhere else anyway, because it can't live under there when it's on there, because I don't think there'll be enough room to do the sparky. We might have to put a hole on there or something and just have it feeding up and under. And see how we go with that. Then we might have to see if we can peel these instructions off and stick them on the side. We're not going to reuse that fastening at the top because that was part of the problem that made it unrigid. So I'll see what we can come up with. And then what we might do is give it a quick test fire. I'll stick it in the vise or something, and then hook it up to the gas without that on, and just see if we can get it to fire up and see what it's doing, because it could be leaking in other places. I've got a sneaky suspicion it was leaking around here, and I've got a sneaky suspicion it was blowing out gas somewhere else. So that wouldn't surprise me. Right, okay, let's call it there. Job's a good one. I won't say I hope that's been useful, because I don't think it's been useful to anybody.